Oh, celebrity poker, gourmet foods, signature cocktails, and what's even better, all of that for a good cause.
Hey, look who we have here. Slade Heathcott, president of Players for the Planet, joins us now with details on the event coming up called Banking on Our Heroes. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're glad you're here. We love talking about events that of course benefit the community, but I think what's interesting about yours, you're kind of doing one of those events that's bringing people together, especially athletes, to help out and help out the planet, right?
Yeah, I mean, when we look at sustainability, I think the one gap that we have is it's a full circle. Life is a full circle, and that's one aspect that we sometimes forget about. So the idea is to bring all influential voices, opinions, bring everybody together for a cause that relates to everybody. We all have to live on this planet. We all live on this rock. So it's time that we start acting like it.
Well, give us a little background on you, because how do you go from playing baseball for how many years?
10 years professionally.
Yeah, so you're playing baseball, several teams, and then all of a sudden you go, okay, this is the cause that I want to pick. This is my platform. How did that all come to be?
Very long story.
Yeah.
Very interesting life, very blessing. But what I realized, being especially in New York and being in the spotlight in New York, which is with media, is a totally different animal. That we have the ability and the platform to reach a lot of people, just by our words, by our actions, and especially when it comes to the younger generations. And for me, I think when we want to change the world, which is my goal in life, is I think that individually we can make an impact, but when we come together, we can change the world. So it's a big picture, but I believe that we can change the world, and I believe we can do it by impacting the lives of youth around the world.
You know, it's interesting to hear you say all that. I actually worked in sports for over a decade before this job. And so many times you hear people talk about like athletes being idolized, but I feel like there's been a real switch here as of late that athletes aren't wanting to do a good cause. What was it about helping the environment that really tugged at your heartstrings that you're like, this is how I want to do that?
Yeah, because you could have done a number of things.
Yeah, so it actually came back to a story in the DR. I've been really close to the DR, and with the game the way it is, there's so many Dominican athletes, so we would be in the DR a lot. And I have a 5-year-old son now, and I'm walking on the beaches, and there's these kids anywhere from 3 to 15, and they're running on the beaches, and they're jumping in the water, and I'm walking around picking up syringes and plastic and all these elements that are on the beach that we're just walking there. And then I realized, like, we're all responsible for this. We're all, whether we want to admit it together, whether we're on the Eastern Hemisphere, Western, we're on this together. Like, this is our home. And the more that we treat it like this, the more it's going to impact my son and the children coming in that. So just walking through that beach and seeing those syringes, I was just like, we have to do something. And why not use a platform that we're already being given? Why not use a platform where athletes want to stand up? And you're right. Like, more and more athletes, more and more influential people. It's not just athletes, it's everybody. It's people in local communities. It takes all of us that are wanting to step up.
We have just a minute left. Let's get to the details of this event. Invite everybody out.
Yeah, so anybody listening that is interested, so it is a VIP experience presented by Bank of America. We have food, poker, a bourbon experience with American Freedom Distillery out of St. Pete. The event benefits Players for the Planet and Veterans Bridge Homes. Veteran Bridge Homes takes military members and puts them into their community after being in the military their entire life, now transitions them back into their community with their families. And Players for the Planet obviously is coming together for athletes united for a cause, and that cause is for the planet. So playersfortheplanet.org/tickets. To anybody listening, there's tickets been made available. So.
Well, you're local now. You call Tampa home, right? Yes. You may have lived in New York for a little bit, but Tampa's your home. Come back, keep us updated on what you're doing and how we can help, okay?
Thank you.